Hey guys, it's me and welcome to another edition of the vlog. So you can see the mood lighting here. It's just the lighting was a little too dark to do it on its own. So we got a fantastic morning glow. So this episode, required reading. It ended the way it started the way it ended, if that makes any sense. I'm not really sure how that worked as the narrative device, especially when you have an opening in which they find 8 chimera holes at Beacon Hills. So that means that there's so many more chimera out there, and we're just like, that seemed like a pretty big open on its own. And the mystery is, who are these kids? Obviously, they must be being specifically chosen. What's the criteria? So Theo, I think his entire role with the Dread Doctors is that he is there to actually try to fracture packs apart by trying to get involved with the pack. So that's all he keeps saying, but he keeps saying stuff like to Malia, he was like, I want in the pack, but I'll keep your secret. And Malia flat out turned him down at that one. She's like, it's not my role to say who gets in the pack. Whereas with Styles at the end, he saved Styles' life, killed the chimera, and he was like, don't say what I did because I know what you did to Donovan. And yay, there we go, blackmail, such a creep. So the pack's starting to splinter apart. Kira clearly can't control all of the kitsuniness. The kitsune seems to be a little bit on autopilot, which isn't all that unheard of. I mean, the first time we saw Kira really start to come into her kitsuniness, like she suddenly knew how to fight as soon as she had a sword in her hand. I mean, there's some stuff like that which just seems to be hardwired. So the kitsune seems to be trying to just take over because the Dread Doctors are such a big threat. And instead of trusting that, they're pushing her away. And as a matter of fact, when there was that chimera was like chomping up the wires everywhere at the school, everybody seemed to be blaming it on Kira, and she was like, it's not me. And instead of trusting her and investigating, they just were like, and walked off. And that's definitely a problem. Lydia went off to do her own investigation because she realized that when she thought she had seen the Dread Doctors, it wasn't actually her memory, it was someone else's memory. So it was a banshee thing. And that was when she got an idea of them operating on people and so on and so forth, which put Styles at the hospital, which put him in place. Because it turned out that this novel that was supposed to unlock memories of the Dread Doctor didn't exactly unlock memories. It unlocked formative traumatic experiences. So like Lydia saw her grandmother's death. Scott started having asthma attacks after what appeared to be seeing probably what was one of the first triggers for asthma for him. It looked like a dogfight. Malia, of course, had seen the Desert Wolf before, and apparently she'd read the book before that. And Styles, well, Styles got the worst one of all because he saw his mother in the hospital who was standing on the roof of the hospital and promptly accused Styles, 10-year-old Styles, of trying to kill her. And it was clear that this was a very tough memory and that this has been something that Styles has been carrying around for a long time. The kid's been carrying around a lot of guilt. So it's no wonder that he doesn't want to tell his dad what he actually did. So it's tough. All of this stuff is aimed at pulling them apart, which makes me wonder, was this actually the Doctor's book, the one that they read, or was this a trick within a trick? I don't really know where it's going. I do know that Lydia and Parrish continue to be adorable together and clearly seem to realize that they have feeling, well, that there's something there. But, beyond that, this episode was pretty self-contained. It set up that there's a bunch more chimera. We don't know what thread connects them. The boy guessed that they probably all had some sort of a surgery, like some sort of a medical record that that the Dread Doctors could use to know that they might be a viable candidate for this. We saw Hayden, who is a chimera. Liam figured that one out. Go Liam. We also figured out what the root of that angst ball was, and really a ruined 6th grade school picture. I expected something so much juicier. Anyways, I'm glad to see that beef kind of is getting resolved. Although the two of them, like, competitively trying to get soccer goals and lacrosse goals, that was pretty cute. As was Brett and Mason, like going over like supernatural stuff. That was super cute too. I don't know. Anyways, that's really all I have. So far we already know. We only we have 6 more unknown chimera out there. There was Hayden. There's the guy that died. So we have all these unknown chimera out there. With Hayden, we need to figure out exactly whether or not you can save someone. I guess that's probably what's going to be up with that. And then everybody's concerned about dropping out of class. And it seems like even though Scott handed in his drop form, he didn't really want to because he didn't sign it. So hopefully they can talk him out of that. I think that's it. Anyways, you guys can find me all over the internet. I have a website. It's whitneydrake.com. I am on Twitter. I'm at Whitney D. I'm Facebook page, Geek Pirate Mom. I have a Tumblr account, Winged Kiari, sometimes not safe for work. And I have an Instagram and a Google Plus, and you can find all of those linked on my website, whitneydrake.com. Well, you guys, I hope you have a great week. I really can't wait to see what this next episode has in store for us, because this is getting really hard to kind of guess where it's going. Mostly because I'm fine guessing where supernatural thrillers are going. That's my jam. But we've firmly moved into horror, and horror is not exactly my thing. So I'm just going to keep guessing. All right, well, you guys, have a great week. Talk to you later.